spoke with
Gove spoke
he
with
might have been.
Starmer at a trilateral commission
in
thing,
London,
but he may not be an official member.
Well, he may have been, but he does. So the story I did recently was based on the membership records from 2011, 2022, which covered the period Starmer was involved. But Gove might have been a member before, because what was unusual about, so just to give a background to what the Trilateral Commission is. So again, it's an elite networking group in the sort of mold of the Bilderberg meetings and stuff like that. It was set up in 1973 by the billionaire banker David Rockefeller, who was the chairman of Chase Manhattan Bank. And he wanted to get together elites from the US, Europe, and Japan to maintain a sort of hegemony by those three powers, effectively, against the Soviet Union. He at the time was close to the leadership of the CIA. I found declassified documents which showed in 1958 he was exchanging letters with the director at the time, which was Alan Dulles. Then in 1978 he was invited into the CIA to be a guest speaker. Then in 1980 he went in to meet the director, who was at the time. So he was close to them at the time. And then you see that US intelligence has always had a representation in the Trilateral Commission. It's a membership organization. Now, and Henry Kissinger was an early figure in it, and is now a lifetime trustee of the organization. And Starmer, so not the type of organization you expect a Labour politician to be in. Now, there was some articles a couple of years ago about Starmer being a member, but they were a bit chaotic, and there wasn't a timeline put on it. So I used those membership records to find out when he joined and when he left. And the amazing thing was that he joined when he was in Corbyn's shadow cabinet. So he joined, it's hard to know because specifically, but he joined between 2017 to 18. Now, he was shadow Brexit secretary from 2016 to 19. And I contacted Corbyn's former spokesman, James Schneider, and said, "Did you know about this?" And he said, "No, we didn't, and we would have blocked it." Because they did block him. He tried to take an outside job with a city law firm. Exactly, and they blocked it.
Which used to represent the Israeli embassy. Yeah, and Ariel Sharon.
And a lot of other villains. And so they said we would have blocked it like we did with that, and it was completely incompatible with our policy program, which is about redistributing power and wealth from the top to the bottom. And obviously, Trilateral Commission is about doing the opposite. It's about just entrenching elite interests and corporate interests and state interests. So that was the story, is that he joined and didn't tell them, and then he left it between 2021 and 22. And he attended one meeting in 2017 in London, alongside, as you mentioned, Michael Gove, and there's a lord called Lord Maud, who's a Conservative peer. They talked about Brexit. And later that day, the former head of MI5, Eliza Money Buller, spoke alongside the former head of GCHQ, David Omand. So this is the kind of milieu that there is. And again, Keir Starmer's a public figure. He's Labour leader. He's formerly DPP. I asked him just some basic questions. When did you join? This is stuff in a democratic society that politicians should have to disclose, or at least reply. No reply.